Hello, welcome to the House of the Spirit. Welcome home. This reading today is about your month of January. And January is named after the god Janus. And he was a Greek god that had two faces. So one face is looking to one side and the other face is looking to the other side. So he is the god of portals, of doorways, of gateways, of the passage of one state into another, of one era to another, of one event into another. So it's a time of change. It's a time also of mirroring sometimes. Janus is also connected to hidden information. Sometimes like two-faced, being two-faced. And I really feel like there's this energy of something that is kept a secret. I know that this concept also came up in another reading that I did that was a lot about January. It wasn't supposed to be, that wasn't the theme, but it ended up being the theme. It's the last collective reading that I did. And it's it's very interesting to see how the energy is matching and how things are kind of getting in sync in a certain sense, and the energies are adjusting to each other. There's a lot of change. I feel like there's so many things that are changing, that are unstable, volatile in our situation as a collective right now. So I feel like this is very strong. So let's see if we can find more clues about what's happening. So for pile number 1, we have Sagittarius, we have Cancer, we have Aquarius, and Aries. And your card for January is the Wheel of Fortune. Beautiful. Okay, second pile, we have Libra, Taurus, Scorpio, and Virgo. Your card is the Ace of Swords. Third pile, we have Pisces, Capricorn, Gemini, and Leo. And your card is Beyond Illusion. It's the Judgment card in this specific deck. Okay, so I will give you a moment for you to choose your pile using your zodiac sign, your intuition, the deck, or maybe the chosen card from each deck. And I will see you in your reading. Pile number 1, your card is the Wheel of Fortune. So definitely a change coming for you in January. I don't know what kind of change, just if you're involved in it or if it just happens to you, if it's something that you're expecting or not. It's just a change. But in general, the Wheel is a very beneficial card. It's an improvement in fortune, like good luck, some kind of blessing coming. But let's see what the other cards bring to the table. Let's see. So what about the month of January for pile number 1? Do we have more cards? Oh, okay. What else do we have? Okay. So we have the Oakman. Mickle a muckle. Interesting. The Dark Lady. Indie. and the loam. Okay, let's see the other cards first. We have publicity with Jupiter in Leo. Harmony with the Sun in Libra. And decision, Mars in Gemini. Interesting. Okay, so right away I see that possibly this change that the wheel is bringing is something that, well, it's brought about by a decision that you make, because there is an indecision. You have Indi, and then you have decision. So Indi is a spirit that presents you with a choice. It's not necessarily a hard choice to make. It's just that you have to choose, or that you have to consider a choice. And Mikalamakal is about being playful, being kind of childlike. It can also be quite the opposite energy of the Yokeman. That is the wisdom of age, the wisdom of old people, wise men, like the elders. And Dark Lady here, to me, this is constantly that energy of secrets that I feel like has been coming up in many readings lately. And I don't know, it's about this collective that I am connecting to. So something is going on behind the scenes, and I think you're kind of clueless to what it is. And once it comes up to the surface, it will kind of prompt you into a decision. And I think it's going to be very easy to make. It's not something that is hard for you, because you have the loam here, and the loam is about unconditional giving and receiving. So I feel like you're going to meet a situation, and whatever you choose to, however you approach it, it's going to be positive. It's just like keeping the wheels turning. It's like clicking on the button that, powers on something, like a machine. Something about a machine. Maybe you're getting a new piece of technology, something that is going to help you with your projects, or maybe it's going to bring back something from the past. I'll get to the tarot maybe, because I had this vision here. There's like a specific gadget or a specific machine I feel like there's this trading. Like, I will give you something and you give me, what I want. Trading machines, gadgets? There's this circular, it's like circular economy. It's what I feel like. You're trading your car for something else, or you're trading, I don't know, something that the other person values, and you're trading it for something that interests you. I can't really understand what kind of machine this is, but let's see what else we have. It's very specific, right? But if it's more general for you, it's just about a decision. And once you make that decision, It's not going to be very hard. It's a light-hearted decision. Things will start moving, like maybe they're like a well-oiled machine. Okay. The Hanging Man. The Ace of Cups. The Hierophant. The Emperor. Okay. Strength card. Okay. Four of Arrows. And the Five of Arrows. Let me clarify this. There's something here about reputation with publicity here, and I think that possibly you're going to clarify something that you're unaware of. So maybe there's someone who is spreading some type of information that you're not aware of and that is not accurate about what happened or about people in a certain situation. But I feel like by the end of the month, you will be made aware of what it is and how to act accordingly. Because I think that right now you're kind of tolerating something that isn't supposed to, it's not in your favor. You're just tolerant. But I think it's because you're unaware of what's happening. And but once you are aware of something that's happening behind the scenes, you will clarify it really quickly and easily. And possibly you will also it's not forgive, it's just like mend a relationship or mend some sort of misunderstanding with another person or persons, people. Okay. The Star. It's interesting, right? The connection between these two cards here. So to me, this is about the naivety, this kind of childlike approach to something, this innocence. That's coming across to me as something that you're not aware of. The Chariot. There's a lot of major arcana here. So I think that this month will be key. And with the decision here, it's like you're making a very bold statement. Although it will be easy for you to make, and it's easy to clarify, and it's very easy to do. It's also something that will make you shine. It will make you be seen. The Seven of Wands. It's like being tested, being in a trial. And the Knight of Wands. To me, this is like proving something, bringing proof to the table about something, like very easily, or understanding that the proof you have brought to the table about, I don't know, maybe it's a document, maybe it's something that proves like ownership, that proves that you did something, that clarifies a situation. It's like at the turn of the tide, right? At just the right moment, something happens that kind of flips the situation because it just gets clarified. But it's something that you've been working on. It's something that it's not a surprise. I feel like this is something that's an objective. It's something that you've been working on, that you've been focused on, and you've been pushing forward, sustaining over time also. Maybe it's something that's really old for you. It's like an old subject, an old theme, a recurring situation. So the theme for this month for you, for January, is this big decision that you have to make, that is easy to make. Because I think that there is the risk for not really earning the right reward for something, but if you do things appropriately, if you clarify something, it will just move things forward and it will advance something. But there's some sort of trial, little trial that you have to go through in order to prove something. Although it doesn't really feel like it's something that's difficult for you. It's something that will just, it's like a natural, second nature to you. So it's not, I don't think it's an effort. It's just that possibly it's something that you're not aware of, and that's why you haven't addressed it. Or it's something that people just have to come up to you and say, look, this paper is not working, or there's something missing here, it's missing information, there's something that has to be clarified. It can be a document, it can be something that is like rumors or stories that are being told that are untrue, like correcting history, correcting the way things are accomplished so that the merit goes to the right people. Because harmony and publicity, it's like the things you communicate and what is said and what is exposed matches, is in harmony. You know, it's there's a beautiful melody and harmony and music and orchestra that is flowing from, you know, what is at the root of the situation forward in time, and with all its ramifications once, you know, it develops over time. And I think that this is quite an ordeal in a way, because it's something that has been moving forward for a long time, and it needs some sort of input of information and energy, attention, to get it moving, to get the ball, you know, rolling. So there's a lot of action. I feel that there's a lot of action this January for you, but you're still not aware of what exactly it is. So, but in due time, you will get the information. You will make the decision that will lead you to this clarifying, to this illuminating, to this you also shining through as someone who is truthful, who is genuine, authentic, and who is doing things guided by... There's also some sense of spiritual advancement here to me. It's like you are doing something, also with the wheel, that's something sometimes very karmic. You are doing something that is turning the wheel, that is making your burden lighter, because it's like a spiritual test that will prompt you into another spiritual realm, let's say. Beautiful reading. I hope you have a fantastic January, and if you also enjoy this reading, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I hope to see you again very soon. Bye. Pile number 2, let's see what we have for you for the month of January. So you have the Ace of Swords. So this can be new information coming to you, inspiration, new ideas, starting something that has to do with your mental energy. So inspiration maybe. But let's see, what else do we have for January? For pile number 2. Okay. What do we have for pile number 2 for the month of January? Undressing of a salad. I think I'm going to switch this. The Singer of Initiation. Beautiful. And the Master Maker. So the Singer of Initiation has a very harmonious energy with the Ace of Swords. So something, you're definitely starting something. The undressing of a salad is about achieving the impossible. And Master Maker is about honing your skills. It's about challenging your abilities to the max. It's also about working on your skills and on mastering something. We have Quarrel with Mars in Cancer. Loss with Saturn in Pisces. Optimism with the Moon in Sagittarius. And Negotiation with Jupiter in Libra. Can we fit it here? Maybe not very well. So, okay. Maybe I will put this way. Because Quarrel and Negotiation, to me, it looks like there's something that started off as a conflict. I'm going to change this because I feel like it's like this. It's like there was a confrontation with some sort of difficulty. Something about, there's something you lost, but there was a fight over something that you have lost. It could be something related to a house, a place, a location, a certain landscape. Maybe there were crows there. Or there's something about crows. Well, there's a lot of spirituality, and there's a lot of mythology about crows. Of course, there's Odin, the Norse god. But crows are sometimes viewed as an omen for something like dangerous or like bad luck or bad fortune. But to me, they are messengers. They bring some sort of information or guidance. And I think that this situation of loss and fighting was like a message that was guiding you to leave something so that you could be optimistic, so that you could be optimistic again and have balance in your life. So instead of having a lot of conflict, you could be in a state where you can negotiate, where you can harmonize, try to fit in, try to match the energy. And it's like working on something. You can have a certain amount of pleasure with it. 10 of Swords. So it's like, to me, this is really living behind a certain mindset, possibly a location or a relationship. It can be a relationship also, yeah. But I see more like ideas and concepts that you are leaving behind, like a certain philosophy, a certain way of living, a way of applying your wisdom and your ideas. The way you create, it's changing. 6 of Cups. Okay. The Wheel of Fortune. The King of Wands. Interesting. Okay, so the Hermit. Temperance. I feel like there's a journey here. It's like he's walking over mountains, like he's a giant walking over mountains. And then he's taking something with him that is precious to him. And then the negotiation comes. The balancing comes. So maybe you will be back and forth, coming back and forth, either from a location or in a situation. Like you give a little and you receive a little, and there's this going back and forth. And it's something that is very precious to you. I feel like there's this um, like a treasure or something that you carry with you that is very precious and that you're treating like a prized possession, something that's connecting you to your creative powers that come from your childhood, like imagination. I feel like the undressing of a salad here is hinting at kind of untying the knots of your memories, going into, it's like traveling in your mind. This is a lot about mind to me. Traveling, so finally having the time to travel in your mind to find hidden treasure. Ideas, new ideas. I think you're going to be inspired by something this January. It's going to spark something very, very important to your path, to your healing path, to your personal development, personal journey, spiritual journey also. Okay, let's see what else. Two of Swords. The Wheel of Fortune. The Hanged Man. Okay. I think to me this is what it's like things were kind of stalling, were stagnant for a while. What about this King of Wands? Sorry, King of Wands. High Priestess. Interesting. I feel like someone is coming into your life that is channeling important information for you. I feel like it's a masculine energy. It just can, or it can be someone who represents something that is very spiritual for you, that is very sublime, there's delicate, like a treasure. I keep thinking of hidden treasure, having a treasure, a prized possession, or something like an idea that I really want to nurture and to, treat like a precious seed that is going to be this beautiful, magnificent tree that is going to bear fruits and it's going to outlive you, and it's something so precious and delicate. I keep seeing it in my mind's eye. I don't know exactly what it is, but I think that this might be like a metaphor for something that's on your mind, like a hidden treasure that you need to access, and possibly it's something that's quite buried, that's quite difficult to access, like in a conscious way. And maybe someone else has to come to kind of trigger that. And maybe it's a conversation that you have, it's a relationship that you build that is going to help you. It's going to be the catalyzer, the trigger. Nine of Cups. Two of Wands. Two of Wands and negotiation, once again, is this I really feel like you have to find a balance between two things in your life right now. It might be two locations, or to different avenues that you want to pursue and you want to balance. Because I definitely think that from the union of two apparently different or positive, opposite, sorry, both positive. That's why I feel like there's also this really optimistic energy here, because it's like I can't really make a wrong choice because everything that I have on the table is what I want. And because I think you're really streamlining a creative process so that you are taking the necessary steps to fulfill your dreams, to materialize what you want, to hone those skills, to create something. It can be really creating something with your hands, because the master maker to me has this very like arts and crafts feeling. Let me just clarify more about this idea, this something precious that's coming up. Nine of Swords. I think it's something that was on your mind for a long time, and that you couldn't quite grasp what it was. It was just bugging you. And then someone comes up to show you, like in your face, very bluntly, with the King of Wands. It's like making it very simple, very down to earth, very very appealing also. It's something that will attract you, or possibly you'll feel attraction for this person. It doesn't need to be romantic. It can be just something that you develop in a creative way. It can be work related, it can be a partnership, a friendship. King of Pentacles. Maybe you'll have more than one partnership. Maybe you're kind of becoming attractive for investors, for people who want to help you. There's certainly a lot of improvement in this situation. And healing. The Six of Wands. Wow. It's really victorious. The energy is so positive, optimistic. Negotiation. It's really having a lot. I almost feel like you're having a good team around you, like having good friends or good advisors. I don't really feel like they're people like teachers or bosses, really. I feel like they're more like partners, like equals. So having a good team around you, having the opportunity to materialize some ideas that you have been working on, and that are right now, they're kind of hidden in your subconscious or something. They're kind of confused in, like, with memories from the past and stuff like that. So maybe also, like, going through your stuff, you'll kind of discover or rediscover what you are supposed to do. And there's something very precious among that, in the middle of, a lot of confusion, because with the undressing of a salad, I kind of see something with a lot of someone who is trying to hold a lot of things in their hands, or that has to manage a lot of stuff, but then finding something that is very important in the middle of that you really want to use, or that you really think like, oh, this is the thing that I was missing. This is a very specific thing that will make all the difference in the world and will help me move this forward finally and advance my path towards my dreams, advance in that path. And it's going to feel really nice. So although I feel like there's a lot of work, there's working on things in this month, especially working inner work. There's a lot of inner work this month, like solving stuff from the past. I feel like you are going to be victorious and you're going to feel really well. You're going to feel really good about yourself and about the people around you, which is really nice. Beautiful reading. Thank you so much for this. If you also enjoyed it, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I hope to see you again very soon. Bye. Pile number 3. Let's see what we have for you. Well, before we start, Beyond Illusion. This is the Judgment card. So, big events on the horizon, possibly. Something that will be decisive. But this is very vague. Let's see. What else do we have for January? Or something about a decision that was made. It's not necessarily your decision. It can be a more general, collective decision. Or a revelation of some sort that is coming up in January. Okay. So, She of the Cruach. Beautiful. It kind of reminds me of this card also. All the blue. Himself. And Luathas the Wild. Wow. Really bold energy forward. She of the Cruach is very feminine, but himself is very masculine. There's this combination. Also in this card with the yellows and the blues. She of the Cruach is very blue and himself is kind of yellowish. Also something about the third eye, like getting some sort of an idea of something or a grasp of something with your intuitive, with your third eye vision, with your inner vision. Seeing something with your eyes closed. Eccentricity. Saturn in Aquarius. Devotion. Saturn in Libra. Interesting. A lot of Saturn energy. Mars in Sagittarius with domination. And convention with Venus in Capricorn. This eccentricity card is, you know, this Luathas the Wild has this kind of a similar energy to this little, like a little devil that we see here. And Luathas the Wild is about doing things suddenly, like in moving forward, like suddenly, a burst of energy forward, being impulsive, being ready to go. And it's interesting that these are complete opposites, right? Eccentricity and convention. Quite the paradox. It's also interesting that you're seeing a house here, and the house is being hit with a lot of wind. You see the trees are really bending. And there's this feeling of being walled in. And in eccentricity, we see being walled out. There's also this crazy flying fish here. Colorful. Okay. Domination and devotion. Okay, I'm getting a lot of stories, actually. I will get the tarot first because it's hard to put this into words yet. I think that for sure there's a need to combine opposite energies that are very, very distant from each other. And I think that you're getting some sort of revelation that is going to set you, like, motivate you suddenly. You're going to do something very suddenly in January. Creativity with the Empress. It's kind of the same vibe of She of the Cruach. Celebration. Three of Cups. Death card with transformation. And wow, breaking free. This is a strength card. Breaking free from convention. Dominating something. There's something really masculine about what you are doing, what you are deciding to do. It's a very masculine energy, a very masculine activity, possibly, that is kind of contrasting with the feminine. So possibly you're finding ways to kind of surprise people also, or surprise yourself. There's something that's surprising in some way. Source, the Ace of Wands. Rebirth, Ten of Swords. This is really breaking with convention. You're doing something very out of character and out of the ordinary, but at the same time, it's something that is very masculine. That's the only thing I can... How did I put this into words? Go with the flow. Okay, so maybe this month will be characterized by times when you're really just going with the flow. So kind of learning as you go, having this more like improvised way of doing things. And then suddenly you will have this burst of doing things suddenly in a very specific way that is considered very eccentric, unpredictable. I think you're going to be like, people will be very surprised, like jaw-dropping, surprised. You're doing something that's very, very out of character. Wow. Youthfulness with the Knight of Wands. It's going to be very sudden. Wow. So, Two of Cups here. It's going to connect you to someone. Nothingness with the Hierophant and past lives, the Moon. Okay. You're going to be doing something that is going to I feel like it's almost like breaking a curse. Like something that was almost like a religious tradition, or something that was like a dogmatic thing that might have ran in your family, or that might have been popular in your peer group, in your company, in whatever you are, your environment is, that is resonating for this reading for you. Something that was kind of, that you kind of went with it. You didn't really bother too much with it. You just kind of you went with it. You just you just flowed. You just, okay, accepted things as they were. You didn't really put so much pressure on it or question it so much. But I think that that is changing really drastically, really quickly, because something is going to be revealed to you. There's a big revelation that is going to transform the attitude that you have towards this peer group or this situation, and you're going from a more receptive kind of, it's not submissive, but it's more like just relaxed and going with the flow and letting things be as they are without really, trying to face or to challenge anything. And you're going from that into a very specific, taking a stand in a very specific way and making people see as you see, making people it's not really convincing them. It's just more stepping into an authority, stepping into an authoritative position where you can say what you want. You can be exactly as you want to be and not be walled in. And I also think that this will break like a generational pattern, and it will create something from nothing. It's like there was a vacuum there, and you like put yourself in there. You just, okay, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm just doing it because I want to discover something, or I want to test this, or I want to know more. I want to start over. So January, I see it as a month where you're going to surprise a lot of people with your, like you're taking a stand for something. Maybe it's a belief system, maybe it's a spiritual, something in your spiritual evolution that needs to be expressed, that no longer needs the approval of others. With the devotion here, it's like sharing the spirit of something with others, expressing that unapologetically. I feel like you're going to also trigger a lot of fear once you do that. It can also be that you are also a little bit afraid of disappointing or of just acting out of character. But I feel like these people are more like looking at you in kind of disbelief, and possibly you feeling like they're left behind in a way, but this is going to trigger maybe some feelings of abandonment in other people once you start this new journey that is all about your expression, your spiritual expression. Maybe you're choosing like a spiritual path that is very antithetic or very different from your ancestors or from your family. Mind with the Knight of Swords. And the Miser with the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, I really feel like these people will feel like you're stealing something from them, like you are, they're worried about, I think that it's very, it's kind of petty, the energy that I feel. It's as if because it's like you're the black sheep. That's how I feel, and it's, yeah, really black sheep. You're doing something that is triggering. It's very triggering to these people. It's going to make them defensive. They're going to yeah. But I feel like you're feeling great. You're feeling really nice and balanced and happy and forward looking. Wow, slow down with the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, okay. Seven of Swords with politics. I feel like it's like the mask is slipping off. So possibly you will also be shown something about a specific group of people that was, they weren't deceiving you. It's not exactly deceiving you. It can be just omitting something. And I feel like you're going to see like what was under something, like it's like you're lifting a rock and you're seeing all the little bugs and what is under that rock. I think you'll be shown some sort of truth. You will be shown something. Something will be revealed to you that has to do with people like kind of maneuvering you. That I don't see it's specifically manipulation. I just think that you were kind of maneuvered. You were kind of, controlled. Like, slow down, slow down. You were slowed down and you won't be anymore. You're breaking free and moving forward, and you're leaving something behind that was really triggering. You are leaving the expectations of this group of people behind because they were slowing you down. They were kind of blocking your progress. Even this card that is about the mind and the thoughts, it looks like it's a wall. It's also a wall. It looks like bricks or something that's like the metal that is blocking your passage, it's blocking this, right? Your self-expression, your freedom, what you are meant to do. So you're going to really leave something in the past. Put something in the past. Like, there's really this very intense energy of blockage here. People that wouldn't want you to move on, to move forward. They will never admit, these are people who I think will never admit a mistake. They prefer to lose something that's precious to keep the other stuff, let's say. I feel like this is really a change in what is valued. What are your values? What are the things that you value? It is a change in your moral code, and it is a change in your spiritual structure. The spiritual laws that you follow, the gods, the entities, the things that you aspire to, what inspires you to be, what is inspiring your devotion. You also see this bird mourning this other dead bird. It's like, I pay my respects to the right energy. I am devoted to the right energy, to the right values, to the right spirits. But something that is in your past, your, not legacy, your spiritual lineage is going to be left behind. Very interesting. So just one more question, like, can we know when this very quick decision that you're making, this very fast move that you're making, this fast decision that is going to break free, it's going to make you break free from this structure, when is this going to happen? Because it's so sudden and it's so like explosive in a way. The World, 21, with conclusion. So maybe on the 21st, that is a possible answer. It's in January. I think it's going to be very soon, because if it's not the 21st, it might be from the 20th to the 21st. I feel like it's, if it's not by that time, it can be before. I don't think it's after this. It's really fast-paced and quick. And I feel so much lighter, so much spontaneity and connection after this. It's really nice. it's like connecting to spirit and, you know, being grateful for that connection. It's very spiritual. It's a very spiritual reading. So it's I feel like this is a spiritual transformation, but that comes from a decision that you're going to make, because you'll be seeing something that was being hidden from you or omitted. It was omitted. Deliberately omitted. Not a lie. It's not exactly a lie. It's more of an omission. And once you know what has happened, you are able to take action very decisively. Thank you so much for this. If you also enjoyed it, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I hope to see you again very soon. Bye.